Welcome to another episode of Go Bros. I'm Philip.
And I'm Luke, and today we are reviewing a longtime favorite, I think, of the Go community, and that is Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes, which is an interesting multiplayer game because we both don't need our own headsets.
Yeah, and if you haven't heard about this game, then you must either be new to the VR community, which if you are, welcome. But I mean, this was circulating on lots of YouTube channels. I mean, Rhett and Link did this in an episode.
Yeah.
It was one of the first apps that people with like full functioning VR headsets, like the Rift or the Vive, and back when Gear VR got this app, to where people who had virtual reality headsets could play a game with people who didn't have a virtual reality headset. And this is
very similar to how we demoed Covert not that long ago. Same kind of concept.
Yeah, and we even mentioned this in the Covert episodes. We're like, hey, we should probably go ahead and review it. So that's what we're doing today.
We are. So this is a great one. For those of you who have a Go headset and you'd love to be able to get your friends and family involved, this is a great game night game. One of you has to have the headset, and the rest of you have what's called a bomb defusal manual. Which is what my brother's role is going to be today. So we're playing it with two people, but I've played this with my parents and my wife, where we split the manual up and they each get certain pages. This kind of reminds me a little bit of a game, Philip, you introduced to us a long time ago. I mean, I want to say it's been almost a decade, called Space Time or Space Team or something like that. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the game. I think it was like an Apple TV game or something like that. I vaguely remember it. But I remember we all had to basically yell constantly to find the right patterns for things.
Yeah, it was it's an iOS game. And if you haven't heard of it, think of it as kind of like a very, very dumbed down version of like a Bridge Commander type game where you all kind of have a different role, except it's very, very dumbed down because you're all looking for different things on your systems and you're shouting out to everybody else, say, I got a screwdriver. And if somebody has a screwdriver, somebody has to push a button on their screen. And it's really a lot of fun. It could be pretty exciting if they made a VR version of it.
Yeah, so this is that same concept. I think we should go ahead and dive in. I'll put my headset on. Philip, you'll get your manual open and we'll dive right on in.
Let's do it. All right, as you can see, Luke has his headset on and I have my iPad and we're ready to play this game. Luke, take us away.
Yeah, I have a slightly different loading environment than you probably are experiencing right now, brother. I do love games that give you this kind of interactivity when you're at a loading screen before the game starts. I just love it. I'm sitting at a desk. All the ratios are right. Instead of buttons to click on, you actually have items to interact with. I have a menu button, which is a folder, which you can open up, which is great. And everything comes up right into view. And then the free play option, it's just that. You pick how many minutes you want, how many modules, how hard you want to make this. You can scroll down to 2 minutes, give yourself 100 modules, make it as hard as you want. Of course, the hardcore mode is going to give you all kinds of things here where it's flashing like crazy saying, don't play this game. But we're not going to do that. I think we should tackle the bombs. If you ever wonder how to play the game, it's really easy. You just look over to your right and the controls are right on the wall. I just love it when apps do that. It's very easy to understand, easy to see, tells you where to go to get the bomb manual. So confirm for me, brother, you are on version 1, right?
Yeah, version 1.
Awesome. I think that's the only one that's here right now, but that gives me hope that there might be another version one day, and that's where we'll find that information. So you can see here, select the bomb, deselect the bomb, rotate held object. Don't skip this part. If you don't know the controls, figure them out right now, because it will be too late once you're in there and you think you're selecting and you're actually deselecting and cutting wires you shouldn't cut. Everybody dies. And that's no good.
And we are very out of practice in this game, so 10 to 1 odds we're probably going to blow Luke up right now.
What I do love about this is when you open up the bombs list, it just kind of gradually moves you through it. It teaches you about the game and all the tutorials. Like here's the first bomb, 1.3. You can open that up. Gives you some information about the bomb right here, and yay, I defused it in 41 seconds remaining. So it's a lot like the timing of like an escape room, right? How many seconds were left or minutes were left. You can see over here, it shows you the high scores. I have a few friends button. So I'm ranked in the top 91%. That's not great. But there's my brother at the top there, in the top 8%. He had 3 minutes and 43 seconds remaining. Philip, were you wearing the headset for that one, or were you using the manual?
I'm pretty sure I was on the manual with that, and my wife was wearing the headset. It's one of those things where if you play with the same people enough, you kind of get a shorthand, and And I've already noticed, like when I play with Luke, it's a lot harder than whenever I play with my wife, because I play with my wife more often, and we have kind of our own shorthand. We have our own strategy of things that we like. She'll call out in the headset that'll cue me in right away what I need to tell her that lets her know what she needs to do. But with you and I, you've been playing with a whole set of different people, and so you have different strategies and ways to call out things for the person with the manual to let you know information. So
yeah, my strategy tends to be one of panic and confusion. So let's do something somewhere in the middle. Obviously, section 1 is easy. Section 3, I'm into that when I've unlocked those, but I've unlocked those with playing with 3 other people. So let's do something. I'm going to do section 2.2, double your money. It looks like last time I did this, I had 2 minutes 4 seconds remaining. So let's see if we can beat that. We want to get this done with at least 2.5 minutes remaining. This is a 5-minute bomb, 6 modules, 3 strikes. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm just swiping through the manual to kind of refresh the different puzzles you're going to be describing to me, but I am good to go.
Okay, so it loads into a dark office. I have the clock there. In case you're wondering, that's a really creative way for them to show you what time it is. That's the actual time for me right now, 13:33. I have a bomb in front of me, and it's got a timer on it. Okay, so here we go. I have on the back of the bomb a section of 4 buttons with weird symbols on them.
All right. Describe to me the top left one.
Top left one is a 6 laying on its side. Underneath that is the copyright symbol. On the top of the right-hand side, I have a, I don't know, a butt with a apostrophe above it. And then below that, I have an upside-down Y.
Okay, copyright symbol, butt, 6, Y.
Done. I have another module that's identical to that with different symbols. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I have a C with a backwards C with a dot in it. I have the paragraph symbol. I have an upside down. No, I have a lowercase b that has like a T with a handle on it there.
Yep.
And then under that, I have like a 3 that has like a tail.
So B, C, paragraph, snake 3.
Got it. Next to that, I have another module that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wires. White, yellow, black, yellow, blue.
5 wires, you said?
Yes, sir.
Is the last wire black?
No.
Is there exactly 1 red?
There are 0 red.
Is there no black?
There is 1 black.
Cut the first wire.
It's now green. Okay. Flipping the module over, I have a button that says hold. The button is white.
Is there more than 1 battery on the bomb? No, wait. Is there a lit indicator with the label CAR?
No, the lit indicator has an IND on it. There's an unlit indicator that says
All
Bob.
right. So I want you to hold the button down and tell me what color the strip goes.
White.
Release when the countdown timer has a 1 in any position.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, disarmed. I have another button that's identical to that one, but this time it says detonate.
Is there 1 battery on the bomb?
I see only 1 battery.
Is it white, you said?
The button is white with the word detonate.
All right, same thing. Hold it down and then release when there's a 1 in any position.
Oh, I missed my chance. Okay. Oh, in any position?
Yep.
Perfect. Done. Okay, I have one of those wire things again. 1, 2, 3, 4 wires. 2 yellow, a red, and a white.
There's not more than 1 red. Is the last
red.
one a yellow?
No.
You said there's only 1 red, right?
Correct.
Is there 1 blue?
No blue.
Is there more than 1 yellow?
Yes.
Cut the last wire.
Okay, we defused the bomb. We have 1 minute and 33 seconds remaining. I didn't beat my time, but nobody died. So I think that's a win for us.
I mean, really? And we're doing this over voice over the internet. I mean, this is and this is like the first time we've played in probably 8 months. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's take off your headset and let's go back and talk about this.
Okay.
All right, as you can see, Luke has his headset back off. Luke, that has got to be one of the most fun social games and party game that I've ever seen on the go.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a great party game. It's one of those ones where you can have as many people play as you want. If you do one of the more difficult modules where there's lots of one of the more difficult bombs that has lots of modules in it, almost everybody can have their own page. They are all a little bit more complicated. When I was playing this with my parents and my wife, there was actually one puzzle, I forget which one it was, but my mom, it made sense to her. And the rest of us could not figure this one out. So we just gave her that page of the defusal manual, and that's her job. She helped us get past that one. I don't remember which one it was. We'll have to figure that back out later, but it's a fun party game.
Yeah, and you know, we've compared this to Covert, and a game that's not virtual reality called Space Team. But this, in my opinion, a lot less effort probably to make it, but superior to Covert in the fact that you can have a lot more fun with a lot more people. What's the price point for this one?
That's a good question.
I don't think we have it in our notes because we've owned it for so long. I'd have to open it up in incognito and find it.
Yeah, it's been a while. Like, get my handy computer out here and see if I can find it. We have, let's see, we were playing, keep talking, $9.99. So I will say it's one of the more pricier games that we've ever reviewed, but I believe it's worth it. And not only that, for that price point, you are getting a lot of levels, more levels in it than I think I've seen any other game on the go specifically.
Yeah, because you just mentioned that you only have a certain number of unlocked, and you've played this game a ton.
I have. And the reason why that is even though I've played it a ton, you and I played it a couple of times, but when I brought my family in, I wasn't going to start playing with them at level 3. I went back to level 1 so they could practice defusing.
Yeah, and there's replayability because not only do you know your best score, but you can see like world best score, right?
Right. Yeah. So once you play, you're like, oh, we did it. You could be happy with that and move along, or you'd be like, well, I don't want to lose to my brother, so I've got to beat his score.
If you're waiting for this game to go on sale, I doubt it will ever happen. Maybe it was at one point. But this is one of those games that's been so well established that there's really no reason for them to put it on sale anymore. So there's no reason to wait. Go out there, spend $10 and get this game. Unless you don't have any friends. And then this might not be the game for you.
I will make you a deal. If you are one of those people, just let us know in the comments. We can arrange a time on the community, and we can absolutely play this with a group of people online. My brother and I, we record these shows online. I'm in a room, and he is halfway across the country in his basement, and we are making this work. We can certainly make this work in other avenues as well. I think it's definitely worth getting.
This could be a lot of fun in an audio Discord room where you just tell everybody picks a page and then whoever is in the headset says what they see and then we all just kind of shout out what they need to do. That could be quite a bit of fun.
Yeah. I mean, you do have to, trust these complete strangers and not they're just trying to blow you up. but yeah, it is a lot of fun. I would say it's been on my device for quite some time. The graphics on it are amazing. The audio in there is amazing. As you guys were seeing on my screen, it's not just defusing the bomb. In the middle of doing certain things, the lights will turn off. And as a person, I could wait for the lights to come back on, but you're playing against the clock. So now you got to remember, where were you at? Where are the buttons? I was playing a Simon game, and you've got to hit, green and blues and yellows. And I don't see green, blue, or yellow. I just see an outline. So you have your memory involved. At one point, the alarm clock starts going off, which is annoying because it's constantly beeping. So I snooze that so I can hear what my brother is saying. There's a lot of nuances to this game. One of the things that I think is interesting now that adds a level of fun to the game, but also could let you cheat, is the casting options now that exist. By casting, everybody in your house, in your living room, could watch the bomb diffuser try to do their job.
Can you cast though? Will it let you?
Yeah, it has, unless they've recently removed that. I did think it was interesting that they let the casting work, but I do feel like that kind of
Yeah, because that could really skew the leaderboards.
Oh, it absolutely can. So they may have since turned that off. I did test it once and it worked. So I definitely wouldn't recommend that for the gameplay, but for getting other people to watch, it is a lot of fun. It's definitely one that I plan on keeping. We always talk about whether we're going to keep it or delete it. This is fun. You can pick this up with anybody, have the manual, you can download it or print it off. We actually, I was mentioning to my brother, my dad made 3 copies of it and put it in black screwing binders. So we just have a permanent bomb defusal kit with us at all times.
We did that too at our house, but then it got to the point to where I wanted the pages loose because I didn't want to flip the pages. I wanted them like all laid out on the floor, all 13 pages. So when she describes them, I could jump right to it rather than me have to flip through a book of pages to get to it. But yeah.
Nice. So definitely a keep for you?
It's a keep for me, and actually, I don't think it's installed on my Go right now, but that's not because I ever deleted it. I've just had to do several Oculus Go resets for various reasons. But once I get it installed on my Go again, I'm sure I'm not going to delete it because it is a great app. And it's actually, I kind of forgot about it. There's just been so many great apps that have been rolled out recently. I just forgot. Definitely need to do some more playtime on this.
Yeah, I would say we're at an interesting point now with the Oculus Go. It's been around now for over a year. Developers are building new apps for it. But there's some of these apps that I think should just be considered staples. This is one of them. This is one that I just feel like you should have this. It's a great multiplayer experience and, free of charge and not part of this particular review. But if you're looking for another staple, it's been around for a long time. If you haven't gotten virtual reality, you should download that. Not multiplayer, but a lot of fun nonetheless.
All right, well, I think that pretty much wraps up the episode. Please don't forget to check out our Patreon page. Again, not because we're looking for your money, although that'd be nice, but we have a lot of other content that we're putting on there that even non-patrons can view. Blog posts, high score photos, and just you reaching out to our community to find out what you'd like us to review next.
Absolutely. And you can get to that from gobros.tv. And in addition to that, we would love for you to subscribe to our channel. The more subscribers we have, that helps us get in the good graces of the YouTube gods. And definitely leave a thumbs up and tell us what you liked about this video in the comments below. If there's anything you didn't like, give us a thumbs down and tell us why. And don't forget to click that bell so that you can be notified for the next episode that we plan on uploading very soon.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of Go Bros. I'm Philip.
And I'm Luke, and we will see you in the next episode.